All right, so we're doing a little different style of one take today. We finally got All Falls Down on one take. So, nice to see y'all guys. Introduce yourself, your instrument, and how long you been playing.
I'm Corbin. I play guitar. I've been playing for over 20 years now.
I'm Rob. I'm on drums. I've also been playing for over 20 years now.
And you're making your back-to-back debut.
And we're back.
Yep.
Raul. David.
I love this country.
I was like, I'll be calling him the wrong name.
David guitar.
And how long you been playing?
Been playing guitar with these
Yeah.
guys? Oh gosh.
I don't want to guitar.
No, that's a trick question, all right? I'm pretty sure around when dinosaurs was roaming, it was no. Since I was a kiddo, so I've been about 20 years. Honestly, I've been playing guitar.
20 years. All right.
I'm Jason, vocals. Vocally, I've just doing it for like 16, 17 years, somewhere in there, by accident.
All right, so the question I always start off with is the band name, All Falls Down. Who came up with it? What was the process behind it?
Me, Corbin, and Larry, our drummer at the time, were at a storage unit. I've been trying to get this dude to jam for probably 5 years. Hey, let's jam. Then I was like, hey, how about this for a name? All Falls Down is a Machine Head song. That's literally where it came from.
Oh, okay.
And
I think the other thing was Jason Milton and the Ass Hats.
yeah, that sounds right, I believe.
But All Falls Down.
But All Falls Down stuck. They liked it, we went with it. We just rolled with it. Stuck.
Jason Bone and Ass Hats would have looked good on a marquee, though.
Imagine all the merch we could have sold.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
I mean, we could bring it back. Oh.
All Falls Down's more accurate. You felt the same.
Yeah.
Did you have any other?
I'm cool with that. Never mind, I'll change it.
Did you have any other like close names or?
Not that I know of. I mean,
I know it's been a long time, so
You call us old?
yeah, we're all the same
Senior
age.
citizenship, has
Yeah.
gray hair. I don't know if you do. You look alright. No, it just kind of rolled with that.
There was like 2 or 3, but that was the primary one.
That's the primary one. All
So
right.
we just kind of rolled with that.
So y'all have had a few different lineups throughout y'all's history. Guitar players, drummers, but this version, what makes it gel so well, in y'all's own opinions?
It does.
We tell when we tell. Honestly, it's because of that kind of shit right there. It's because of that kind of stuff right there. It's like you said. There's been changes, and we've had a sound that we felt was what All Falls Down was, and all of these guys that he's had fluid, he's had sleep. I've played in sleep, but when it comes to us, like we kind of know what this is, and everybody knows how to pull off their parts. So I don't know. I feel like we're more attentive now than we were to some of our parts, and like we work on transitions or whatever. Like, and all of these guys have once we're all on the same page together, it's hard to beat this lineup. Like really,
Yep.
when we're all in sync together, we can have some good sets. And granted, that happens with every band. You have good or bad nights, but I feel like with these guys, like I don't have to worry. Like when I'm on stage, I feel comfortable for the most part. Just playing my stuff and having fun, other than worrying about if somebody else like gets the vibe we're trying to get or whatever. I've been friends with these guys long enough, and musically our stuff is similar enough that like I just feel like we kind of have our vibe down.
Very
Fuck
nice.
the rest. The All Falls Down vibe.
All right, Melton, what makes this version of the band gel so well?
We just like have a good time. That's, pretty much it. Way back in the olden days, I was in a band called Kill or Be Killed. I can't remember what happened anymore. There's a guy named Corey Rayleigh. He made a good point. He said, I used to get real mad when something didn't go accurately. So I'd get mad, and you can see it on stage. We're good, open doors. We don't need it. We could, he's like, when you get mad on stage, it makes us all look bad. And I took that to heart. I was like, yeah, you just gotta have fun. You just gotta have fun with it. So, let's be honest, this day and age, ain't nobody making music in metal. No, Wayne, there's some. But other than that, we just like to have fun. We're too old to care anymore at this point.
We're gonna write with. Well, and then you want, especially like you just said, if you're playing a show and your attitude drags it takes away from everybody else that's playing. Like, we're not the only ones playing tonight. There's other bands, and if I had a bad day because my dog shit on my floor, I can't bring that in here to these kids that are playing with us, like My Serenity, that are up and coming. Like, it needs to be a place where we can all come and have fun and do what we love, and that's the one thing I know all of these guys, when we do this, every single one of the guys that I stand on that stage with, that are sitting right here with me right now, we do this because it's catharsis for this, because it's because we love it.
Right.
So and to help build the scene up. So we're all we try to be supportive and but yeah, man, I feel like for the vibe, like I said, like he said, we want to have fun. So everybody comes here to do. So if we're the one band that our tone is to set, let's just have fucking fun. So let's do it.
Bro, I mean, David, what makes this band gel so well?
It's a good time. It's we really don't take ourselves seriously. I mean, we're serious players. We're not to say that we don't take that part serious, but it's we're about to have fun. We're gonna take shots. We're gonna try to hype the crowd up. This is a good time. This isn't this is not anything to be taken too serious. You know what I mean? And that's what I get out of it. And that's what we've been doing for years now. We've just been having a good time. We be falling on stage. It gets wild, but it's original. It's fun, and I promise you'll never forget the times that you see All Falls Down, because it's something to remember. It's a good time.
Good and
All right, Robert, being the new guy in the band, how have you gelled with the guys so far?
Well, this is actually my second.
I was gonna say
stint
first and
at
second
All Falls
time.
Down. Returning member to All Falls Down. But no, I mean, just pretty much what everybody else has said. I mean, we've all known each other for years and years and years. I mean, in my very first band, I played shows for Jason back in the day, Tokyo Joe's and all that jazz. People can
Man, that's a
pull enough
long
for-
time
yeah,
ago.
There you go. That's the olden days for sure. But yeah, I just know them forever. You know, the first time around when they asked, like, hey, can you help us fill in some of these shows and stuff? I mean, it was a no-brainer, man.
Bro, he
I
had
love
one
these
day to
guys,
practice.
so-
I swear to God,
I give him that.
one damn day. Poor guy.
Hey, you got it done though, right?
Yeah,
We
we had a
got
blast.
it done.
That's why you bring them back.
And then,
Got it done.
yeah.
You played before the show at Amarillo.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
And yeah, just keep it rolling, man. Like I said, these guys are pretty much my brothers, and they asked me to step up, so I did.
All right, cool. All right, with all the material that y'all have built over the years, is there still a certain song that gets y'all hyped to play? Where y'all see it on the set list, or it has to be on the set list?
Oh, if Omar was here, ride or die.
That's a hard
But what about for Corbin?
For me, man.
Where's that?
Well, yeah. To be honest, everybody loves the "So She Walks," the Dolphin song. I hate that song. I did. I did. No, 'cause I felt like it came too easy. I remember we wrote that, and it just happened quick.
Song number 4.
And I felt like we didn't put enough time into it, and then we play it live, and everybody loves it. And that's another thing that we all remember. It's simple, like overthinking the performance too. It ties into that. It's just we're out there to have fun, man. It's simple shit. Everybody having a good time together. So I know that's one that everybody loves. Forgive Me is fun. It's old. I like some of the new stuff. I like You're Not a God. I like some of the new stuff that we're coming out with. Eventually, y'all will hear it.
Yeah,
Like, y'all should come to a live
whole,
show.
Like, we literally, during 2020, we wrote a whole album, like literally a whole album. And then our drummer, Larry, at the time, he just couldn't do it no more. For whatever reason, we literally recorded a whole album. Well, it was just drums we did. But the drums were done. And we had a whole new album. And, honestly, Larry wrote a bunch of it himself, which is fine, which is fantastic. But once he left the band, we were like, yeah, let's just scrap most of this.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
Well, it was, but it wasn't. I mean, you don't want to take somebody's, creativity away, with them, because you can say you write in the band, it's for the band, but at that point, it hadn't been released, hadn't been played live, so it's kind of one of them deals. Like, Larry's no longer with us, so let's just if David and Corbin wrote it, let's keep it, and then we'll go from there. That's kind of where it was. And now it's a matter of our age. Now it's a matter of getting us all together to record. It's really hard to get when you're this age to get where we need to be to record.
But is there a song that gets you hyped to play right now, though?
I love Bunny. I do love Bunny.
I do like Bunny too.
Bunny in the Box. Dude, honestly, I feel like You May Go now just because of the lyrical content.
Yeah.
That's one of my go-tos.
right?
We're opening with that tonight, actually.
Okay.
That's one of my go-tos. I wrote that. You know, they say the best songs you write are very quickly.
You know what's funny?
I wrote that in like 5 minutes.
Now that
literally.
you know why?
Oh, man, yeah.
Now that I think about that, you know that is the last song that we recorded for that album.
Was it?
It was. We had 14 songs. 12 of them made the album. You May Go Now was the last. Actually, it was the last one we recorded, but it ended up being the first track on the album.
Is it first? Is it
Yeah, it's the very first track. Because that guitar riff, that guitar was the first guitar I ever got from my grandfather. I was 8 years old, and I keep that in my room to write riffs on, but the strings were dead. And I wanted a nylon string guitar, and I couldn't do it. So I started playing on that, and we left that as the opener, and then tore off with that. But yeah, so forgive me. That is a good one. But that was, it's funny because you say you wrote that in 5 minutes.
No.
We were actually rushed to finish that song in the studio because it was the last, and then it ended up being the first song on it. So I guess that says something about us under pressure.
Under pressure. This dude, when he recorded, he did his vocals in like one take each song. I was like, man, that's bullshit. Because it's fucking bullshit. I'm still mad. I'm still salty. I don't care. You still nailed it one time. It's like, man, like just nailed it. I was like, let's practice. Well, this is bullshit.
So what song gets you hyped, David?
Right now we're doing a lot of K-pop Demon Hunter covers that I'm loving.
You know my son's not allowed to watch that. Jay will not let Bryce watch that.
We can't let it send.
That's too girly.
No, my go-to is definitely Frederick. This song we got called Frederick fucking Chopin. It's a killer song.
Breakdown.
I always love playing that one, so that's the go-to for me for sure.
All right.
Choose that.
Rob?
Mine personally, I always really enjoy playing Finish the Game,
That's a good one.
and
That's
not just because it's the one that I'm actually recorded on, but I just really enjoy playing that song. Just the way it starts.
good song. It's a
Me
great
and David
song.
on the intro, and it just takes off. It's just got a real good energy and flow through the whole thing. That's probably my
And
favorite.
it's like literally like the political landscape right now is so perfect for everything going on. And I'm not a political person by any means, so don't. But I mean, just the way the world is
But if you want to
lyrically,
associate us with it, burn it down. Burn it down.
to the fucking ground.
All right, being a band with longevity, every band is bound to have disagreements, whether it's like a riff or a song or structure, lyrics, maybe even the booking of a show. And I know Rob he's back in his return to All Falls Down. But how would y'all handle those situations whenever it comes to?
We have our own group messages. Like we have one without David, one without Rob, one without me, one without Corey, one without Omar, and then we talk shit to each other without. Then sometimes we cross when we fuck it all up. No, that's how all bands do it, right? I mean, that's right? You know, I think when it comes to writing, I like to let the musicians. I don't consider myself a musician by any means. But I like to let the musicians like write, and I think the way it works out. I mean, David likes to write in his own time, which is so. I think everybody actually likes to write in their own time, and then we come to practice, and sometimes we just merge it all. And disagreements. I mean, I don't feel like we have a whole lot of disagreements about musical stuff. Like
Only disagreements are dates on shows. Like I can't play that show because I've got to move my girlfriend squirrel's dog's hamster's cage to the bedroom. Well then fine. Like we had to turn one down.
and then we don't talk to each other for a week. So you own a jam or what?
Yeah. But no, it's I really we don't have very many musically. Musically, I don't feel like there's ever really any disagreements because there's freedom in the way that we write. And like I said, knowing these guys, I feel like, and I'm not saying this as a detriment to any of them or me, but I feel like we've all played played together long enough that I kind of can feel his vibe or his vibe or his vibe, and we kind of know what we're gonna. So when it comes to writing something new, we already have if we just walk in and start jamming, we can kind of feel where it's going. None of us really fight over that. Like literally, the only thing I can think of any disagreements we have are can we practice Wednesday or can we practice Thursday? We really haven't had any kind of those internal. And even when the band members that have left, it's never been malicious. There's never been. It's just been. I mean, hell, there's been times he and I have talked about because we're the only two original members. This is the longest one too.
Yep.
Like, we're the only two original members left, and we thought about, well, maybe it's time to call All Falls Down. But too stubborn and he's too stubborn. I need something fun to do, so it's fun to play, and that's catharsis, like I said, for us. And then to have the stuff that we write, like I can write stuff, but it takes on a whole new life when I bring it to these guys. Yeah, T-Rex. That's,
We have a new song called what do you call it? He wrote this one.
Yeah, no,
We're gonna call it for writing purposes.
That's another thing too. Is all the songs, and anybody who's known All Falls Down knows that all our songs are named after movie quotes of some sort. It started off with a lot of Tombstone,
Now it's
and you'll see
Con
that
Air.
in merch. Yeah, and there's Con Air and stuff. So this latest one I wrote, I was watching Predator, the original Predator. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? We got
good one?
Arnie and all the good ones.
The good one.
And there's a scene in there where it's Jesse Ventura, and he's chewing some tobacco, right? And he's offering it up to all these soldiers in there, and he's like, nobody wants it. He's like, this stuff will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus, just like me. So I thought that was a great quote for a name. So we call it T-Rex, for short and everything. But yeah, it's the latest, man. I actually can't wait to present.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be
a great
stoked.
song. Yeah.
So, do you and Corbin mix pretty well when it comes to like writing guitar riffs?
Yeah.
Does he ever bring something to the table? You're like, oh, let's do it this way.
That happens all the time on both sides. You know what I mean? You bring out a riff, it just don't work, then it don't work. But we don't. It's nothing that we argue about or anything. If it don't work, it don't work. We're on to the next thing.
I mean, it's one of those we're just old.
And well, that could have a lot to do with it too. But also with that, we just bring the song. If it does vibe, we write right there. We'll finish. It's kind of my thing to let's just repeatedly play the shit out of
like
it.
an outline.
Yeah, we'll just repeatedly play it until everybody figures out what they want to do on there, and then we'll take
And then
it
you
from
go
there.
stew on it for what, a couple, maybe we'll all sit on it for a couple weeks and just listen to what we recorded, like in the jam room right there on the phone, and then just listen to it, and then he'll send it, or somebody will send it in the chat, and we'll listen, and then you just kind of play around with what your part is.
Love the chat, bro.
1 minute, 1 to 15 chats.
Yeah.
Like I said, you got
When you
5
find
different
it,
ones, 6 different ones, which each member being missed. Oh, speak of the devil.
There he
is.
is.
Now you gotta
got a
ask
band?
him, what gets you hyped?
Is that an armband? I ain't got an armband. I didn't either. Bullshit.
I
And it matches my t-shirt.
spoke for you. I spoke for you. Okay. He asked what song gets us hyped live to play, what's fun. I said Ride or Die.
What gives you the most
Let's
hype?
see who gets right.
Probably right or die.
There it is.
It's groovy, bro.
Nailed it.
It's
And we're playing that
groovy.
tonight too.
And could have killed you, dude.
Yes.
You're playing that tonight.
Yeah, we're playing that tonight too.
Most of these songs we mentioned today are getting played. Like, I mean, Bunny's not, but
No, Bunny's being played.
Bunny's getting
Oh,
played.
it is too,
Bunny's
isn't
getting
it?
played, Yeah.
Forgive Me's in there.
Yeah, and pretty much
your
everything we
favorite
mentioned tonight gets played, except for Dolphin, but that's fine. That one can go to sleep for a little bit.
We're not doing finish together.
We're not doing
right now. Sorry.
Yeah. Frederick's a fun one too. That was one of the
There you
first
go.
ones that I think Frederick was one of the first ones that, like, after you had joined.
Oh, look, Frederick, that breakdown, that song's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
That is one of the best.
I think
fucking
Frederick was
breakdowns.
one of the first
Finish the
ones.
game,
Yeah, that's what he talked
That's
about.
his favorite.
Finish the game for him.
Miles, you may go now.
Yeah.
Well, now that you're here, can you give us your name, your instrument, and how long you've been playing?
Omar Ramirez.
Way to be extra, Omar. You and David. So fluid.
I play bass.
We were
I've been
gonna
playing
hide it, but we're
for
doing a copia
decades.
cover.
Decade.
Couple decades.
And the subject we're on right now is band disagreements. And how do y'all handle that?
We don't really have many. Like I said, our biggest disagreement is when to practice, bro.
When they were gonna practice, that's. Football season's over now, though, so it's easy for me.
No comment.
It's easy. We just be like, hey, shut the fuck up. And then hey, we carry on. You know what I'm saying?
Grumpy old man.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Fuck you too, dog. Okay.
All right, what song are we on?
I'm hungry.
I'm always hungry, bro.
We're easy, man.
I'm drunk and hungry.
Honestly,
I mean-
if I could sum up these 5, and I'm including me, these 5 dudes right here, it's no bullshit. And I mean that all the way through, from music to how we all act. And these are dudes, like I said, they're my brothers. It's not, we don't just talk on their shows, we talk every day almost. And I'm the one that's most annoying, probably singing stupid real.
God damn it, bro.
But that being said, like, we're all old enough that, like, we still have love for each other and what we're doing. So
Yo, I'm out here looking for set times with like Corbin video. Corbin.
that's why I only said like 2 or 3.
Fucking
bro.
Sunday, bro. He said,
I said, what time did y'all say? And he's like, well, it's probably after all the real. I said 3, bro. I said 3 over.
back to back to back.
Yeah, well, because I was probably taking a dump, bro.
Where's that message that doesn't have Corbin.
Fine.
on it.
So then now we're gonna have 7 band chats, and one's gonna be real.
Just me talking to myself. That's great. I fucking know.
No, real talk. If you want to sum it up, like, and they can all say their own, but for me, All Falls Down, just period, is no bullshit. These guys are all real dudes, good dudes, talented musicians, and there's a reason that I like being on stage with them. So.
Yeah. I mean, if y'all don't really have any real disagreements, that's a hell of a way to go, man.
It's like Omar says. Sometimes you got to put
The C on the T.
the C.
You got to
on
put the
T.
C on the T.
That's all it is to it, man. That's what we do.
If you know, you know.
We throw the C
The white guy's confused. What?
on the T.
You got to put your cock on the table.
Oh hell yeah!
Mine's
Mine's like,
you know what I'm saying?
you didn't hear it.
It's time to put the C on the T,
Either way, at the
man.
end of the day,
Mine sounds
I
more
know
like this.
when we all get I know when we all get there and he starts banging on his drum kit, we're all gonna have fun tonight.
Right.
So.
Hold on, let me stand on this table.
We won't demonstrate.
Okay, so one of the last questions I have is, when did this band start? What year?
Oh damn!
Like-
I have the first show. It was I was in it was Calvin and it was me, you, Calvin.
Well, no, really, me, you, and like I said.
Well, yeah, to start, but the first show we did.
Our first show, yeah.
Well,
February.
wait.
Calvin and Calvin's wife was how I met Jade.
Yeah, his wife. Yeah, it was a.
And Adam.
Yeah, Adam
It was
played
me,
bass.
you, and Adam and Larry originally. Then Calvin and Adam were in a band, so Calvin
Saint Solution.
joined. And
Solution.
yeah, Saint Solution.
And then Calvin moved.
That was in the 1900s.
Adam, yeah, 19. That was in early 1900s, late 1900s.
then we got rid of horse carriage.
Turn of the century.
Then we didn't know how.
the wheel,
so
man.
that's why we.
The
So that's why we
wheel.
went direct because we couldn't carry our kids. Yeah, no, it's been. I'm gonna say
I mean, over a decade, absolutely.
14 years.
I was gonna say 15, so yeah.
See, I was gonna say like 2010, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in that area?
No, 2011 or 12.
Yeah, okay.
Plus, we had Jade. Whenever we got together, I mean,
that was our first
I
show.
met her at my
Well,
first
then
show.
I
So.
joined up not very long.
At
after.
backstage, cause
Oh, yeah.
he played bass.
He
Cause,
filled in on
Yeah,
bass.
that's right. That's right.
So we had a show. I don't remember who it was.
With Soulfly.
It was
my
Soulfly.
birthday.
We
That's the reason
yeah, it
I
was
With
Jason's
Larry
birthday.
Rubia and at the fucking
Yes.
venue.
And we had an offer to play that show. We had no bass player because Adam was going out of town, and we didn't want to turn down a Soulfly show. So he said, "I'll come play bass." So he played. He
I
borrowed.
think we made a post.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it happened, but
He
yeah.
borrowed, I remember he borrowed Omar's bass and played the whole set. And then after the set, Jason came up to me and was like, "Hey, what do you think?" And before he finished, I was like, about keeping David and putting him on guitar and just seeing Omar will play the bass. He
That
said
wasn't even
exactly.
like that, 'cause
No, Adam was still
Adam
the
was
band.
still
Adam was-
playing.
Yeah, no,
That's why
no,
we
that's right.
we
That's
wanted
right.
to keep
with Adam
him.
for a while. Yeah.
As
We didn't want to lose him,
as
so we put him
guitar.
on second guitar
Yeah.
for first second
And
guitar.
then when Adam moved.
Then Adam moved
Yeah.
to Denver, Colorado.
You're
Then
right.
we're like,
I do
got an
remember.
idea.
Yeah. It made sense.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Omar, just the way we learned. We've been doing it for well over 20 years.
Together,
Over
too.
20
Let's
years
just check out
together.
Fluid Frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, but
Coming
I
up
mean,
soon,
even
too.
before Fluid, me and Omar were getting down. So I don't know, we read each other real well. You know what I'm saying? He knows kind of where it's gonna happen. If a riff, and vice versa, he comes with the riff. I kind of know where
like a dance.
he's gonna
It's
want.
beautiful to watch.
Exactly.
I was about to say that's another thing, having the two of them being so gelled prior to it just fit, like you said, it just fit because we have the same influences and
And the way
So-
he said, I mean, that's the biggest thing is continuity. We've been around together.
yeah.
We've been around together so much. We all, even if we're not mad, like if we're mad and we don't want to say anything, we know when we're agitated. You know what I'm saying? Like we know each other's vibes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, in
Like if
14,
I'm quiet,
15,
that means I'm fucking mad about something.
well, in the 14 years of this band's creation, how would you say your songwriting has differed from the very beginning to the way y'all write right now?
it's completely different for me.
It's definitely evolved. Yeah.
In the beginning, when it was just me and Larry, man, I'd come up with the riff and write, and then he and I would sit there and like bang it out, and almost too much to where like that whole first album until he came in was a fresh. It was perfect because we had shit that we knew we wanted it to sound like this way, but then adding the flavor of these two guys that already have. They're veterans, and they've already been in the industry, and they have a different. They hear it different, see it different, right? It adds more flavor to it. It does. So now when we write, whereas I was thinking of just like and I still think of what I write, as my riffs and like where I want to go. but I've been more open to like bringing it to these guys and like laying it out and be like, what do y'all hear? And then now I can hear something different from Omar, something different from David, something different from Rob, because Rob won't play shit the way that Larry plays shit. So it's for me. It's opened me up to like hearing different things and be like, okay, that wasn't the way I heard it here, but it works this way. And our newer songs have been that way, and they just gel. It's a conglomeration of all of us now. A little bit letting go of the reins, and like I said, there's a little bit like, no, fool, like this is how we did this breakdown. But overall, like it's just like what fits the song and the vibe of what we're trying to do better. And like I said, all we're trying to do is make fun happen in there, because there's enough shit going on outside.
It's all about the good time again, man.
So has your songwriting differed from the very beginning to right now?
Absolutely. I mean, it's kind of obvious, especially somebody that comes in after the established band, right? So I played bass for him, and it literally was just to help. And I wanted to play with Soulfly.
You're damn right.
I wanted to see Soulfly.
It was a fun show.
So it was a great show, and even learning the bass, you know, you could just tell, hey man, it's groovy, and I love groovy stuff. So when we transitioned to guitar, I already knew kind of what I could play, and what we'll always do is we're gonna play to the song. We're not gonna try to add something that doesn't fit, just to be
Make it too difficult, make it too
exactly,
complicated.
man. We're gonna play
It's
to
too
the
much of
song.
that.
Want to make sure your head's moving. You know what I mean? There's always got to be a balance. It's groove, no matter how you tear it down. This just happened to be really heavy and awesome. As far as to me, at first it's more learning. You know, I'm learning the songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's. I can't speak for Omar, but you got to learn all these songs and then add what you get. Now, after being established in writing, I feel like. Now I get to bring my flavor in, and then they get to write to that, and it's just evolved. I mean, that's just the way it works. You know what I mean? It's nothing ever stays the same if you want it to be good. You know what I mean?
Well, real talk, I will say this.
And I'm gonna say this for real before I have to go pee, but I'll be back. But the egos, I don't know if you just talk like. The thing that I love about these guys is all of us are willing to, and it might be like, hey, motherfucker, but we all swallow our egos, because it's all about having a good time up there, and us, unless like at the end of the day we're all supposed to be a unit up there. We pray, we go do our shit, and then it's supposed to be like I said, with everything that's going on and how fucked everything is in our society and our world, this is the one place you're supposed to be able to come and have fun and escape. So hostility for us, like I'd rather bow down and love my brothers and let's just go have fun. So it's never been I don't feel like there's ever been any point of contention. Like I said, a couple of riffs here and there, but fuck you, drink a beer, like smoke a joint, like, we're fine.
Right.
This is supposed to be something good for us.
Yeah.
So I hope it translates that way, because that's all we have is love for the crowd that comes to see us, buys our merch. Just looking out there and seeing guys do this, kids, man, and it's a good feeling, and that's worth all of it.
All right.
To me.
All right, Nathan. How has your songwriting changed from back then to now?
Nice songwriting, like from a performance perspective, where I'm at, I have a lot of I have a hard time dealing with getting older. Like Kill or Be Killed back in the day, I went crazy. Like I go everywhere, I climbed on shit, even all falls down early days. I mean, sometimes I get a random hair up my ass, and whatever they call it, up my ass. But I mean, my biggest thing nowadays is from the live angle is trying to figure out like what I could do when I was younger to what I can do now. It's just I can't do what I used to do. I just can't. And that's very hard. Like I'll watch bands, like if you watch like a band called, In Flames, I'll watch Anders in his early days compared to now, and I try to kind of mimic, like try to pay attention, study, whatever you want to call it, like how they do it. Because I just can't. I mean, we're all older, we're all fatter, we're all this, that. I mean, it's just facts. I mean, you can only fight that shit for so long, and that my biggest aspect is dealing with the live aspect. Like it's hard. I have a hard time dealing with it. Like just trying to keep on the same straight and narrow. Like trying to just fucking keep. I'm trying to figure out the right wording here. Like I don't have the energy like I used to. I don't have the lung capacity, the airflow, Back in the day I could do these highs like Danny Field. Now I cannot. but now my lows are better than my highs. You know, it's just trying to figure it out. You know, every show it's a different perspective. Drink water, damn it. Drink water. And I told myself all day I was gonna drink water. I've had fucking 5 shots and 4 beers and no water. No water. It's like,
So nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
all right. That's where I'm at on that.
All right, Omar, how has your songwriting changed from back then to now?
Pretty much like my style of like writing or writing riffs, I guess, because it's more like being a little bit more dynamic, leaving the empty spots, letting the song breathe, and then punching them with the heavy part. You know, not just you can play along with the guitars all day, but to put something else, a little bit of spice. Like I said, letting it breathe. Bringing different aspects from different genres of music, hip hop, whatever else that I'm listening to try to throw into a metal song and try to make it fit. I feel like that's a challenge that I really enjoy. And like I said, creating dynamics within a song of, you know, speed, and then breakdown, trying to break that up into something different.
Okay, I got you. Adding a little bit more seasoning to it, huh?
It's also, at least I kind of see with the difference in technology now too. You know what I mean? Before it was just that, man. We had a cell phone out here that we were recording little riffs on, and now you can record.
Yeah, it's super easy now.
It makes it a lot easier. And
Give it a couple minutes.
yeah,
705 son. 705?
7:05. Just let it.
We're waiting.
What's up?
Hey.
Everybody in the house dropping them pimp dimes.
Do 710. How about that? 710.
Okay. Yeah, people start.
I'm cool. I'm cool
Starting to
waiting.
come in.
I'm cool waiting. I'm not gonna lose no sleep.
Our set is
Or you want to do
25 minutes
7:15?
long. Just like the thing you had. It's just our set is right at 25 minutes. We don't even have more than that.
You want to do 715?
So 7:15 to 7:30. Oh, 7:40.
715 to wherever you go.
Yeah.
748.
I'm gonna put the show back to.
I'm not worried about it. We're good. I
I'll
promise.
let my-
It's your birthday, bro. It's your fucking birthday.
That was yesterday, but.
But either way, it's still your birthday. It's the birthday weekend,
A
man.
bunch of camera screens.
Oh, yeah. There we go. All right, so now that we got the band stuff out of the way, we have one more thing. It's more the get to know you side of the episode. So, David, can you give me a number between 1 and 5?
Oh, I heard about this.
3. This question is, what game show do you think you would be most successful at? Oh, you have your answer already?
I mean, I would say Idiot Test. I don't know how good I do, but I definitely belong there.
What game? Idiot Test.
I've never even heard of that show.
I don't know what it is either.
Game Show Network, baby. Y'all gotta
My
watch
parents
it.
love that
Yo,
damn
It's on
show.
the network?
Yeah, Game Show Network. Go watch it. Tell them David sent you, man. If you don't get nothing off, but just tell them I sent you anyway.
All right. All right.
Next question? Or-
Oh,
okay.
no, everybody gets their own question.
Go.
Between 1 and 5 minus 3.
2.
All right. If I had a box of everything you've ever lost, what would be the first thing you looked for?
Jesus, my fucking mind.
That mic stand.
That's like,
I know where's left. All right.
all right, I'll ask one more his question, then we'll get back to you. All right. Well, 1, 4, and 5. 4. Besides Chucky, which horror movie icon could you survive?
So I don't know if I can survive Chucky.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what kind of rude shit is that?
He's a little deceptive. I don't know.
All right, we'll get back to you on that one. All right.
1.
Number 1. All right. In the life of Corbin, who would you like to play you in a movie and
Who would
why?
like to play me in a movie?
And I'll let you think about that one.
Who would like to play me in a movie?
Yeah, in the life of Corbin, who would he like to play in a movie?
Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Matthew McConaughey.
I can actually see that. Yeah, I can actually see that. That's pretty good.
Adrian Brody. Nah, that's not what I meant.
All right, Omar, which horror movie icon could you survive?
Let me see. I'm gonna say Saw.
Oh, that's a risky one right there,
He's a good
dude.
puzzle solver, man. He just,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll kick that little fool off of the bike. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no games. We don't play no games in here.
I don't need them training wheels. I'm gonna ride right out of here.
You would think, right? Like,
Yeah, I thought that was an easy question.
you would think, right? Mm-hmm. Can I change my question?
Yeah. You ready? What is your go-to excuse to get out of plans?
Oh,
I got loadout.
I got Bryce right now. I can't.
that's what I was thinking. That's too easy.
It's too easy.
That's too easy.
I don't fucking want to. I got loadout, bro.
That one makes the most
I got a
sense.
load in or a load out. What do you got tomorrow? We got WWE load in, load out.
I mean, yeah. I got a loadout. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
I was asleep. man.
Or honestly, I just don't answer. I just don't answer the phone. I'm just not gonna answer the fucking
You
phone.
just ghost.
Yeah, that's ghost. I'm like, oh. I did that twice last night, actually. Oh wait, what? No, delete. No, I mean, loadout makes the most sense. I mean, otherwise, I just won't answer it.
Look, we actually do work outside the band too. Like that's I'm telling you, bro.
Lots
like,
of jobs.
everybody in this band has their lives.
Priorities.
Yeah.
It's not back to the old age thing, though.
So yeah, it's like you said earlier. It's finding 5 dudes that gel together enough to make a Wednesday hour work, so we can come have fun like this.
I got you.
Aside,
And we all have completely different livelihoods. Like, completely.
Yeah, everybody does something
Except for the music stuff.
But when we're on that stage, it's all falls down.
It's a whole new way. Yeah, it's just zone in. I mean,
And I'll be filming y'all's first 2 songs. So once again, thank you All Falls Down for finally doing one take. We finally got it
we
going.
gotta get DMX in here real quick though, because he said there's nothing. There's no better pussy than anything. The best thing, better than pussy, is being on stage. What? Nothing beats it.
I would. All Falls Down. Thank y'all.